Welcome to the Zesty Ginger Podcast. We are Megan and Dr. Alex. We are here for transformation. Yours, ours, and the collective. Personal and professional for practitioners. But not just any transformation. Compassionate transformation. Because between the two of us, we have seemed to have done things the painful way. Let our pitfalls become your stepping stones. We aren't afraid to share our raw and vulnerable truths in order to help you transform your thinking, your body, your heart, and your soul. Combining 15 years of functional medicine with brain-based habit change to lead you to the best life possible in a compassionate way. Compassion, yes, yet plan to roll up your sleeves. Transformation requires your participation. And a quick reminder, this information is not meant to diagnose, manage, or treat disease. Always consult with your doctor, not this doctor, before making changes. Now let's get into the episode. Hi there, it's Dr. Alex here with you. I hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are out in the world. And I'm so happy that you are here with me today. I wanted to do a shorter episode around troubleshooting with affirmations. And the reason that it's going to be relatively short is because I'm going to give you an exercise to do, because this will help keep it moving if you're stuck. So here's the deal with affirmations. Now, I have already previously made podcast episodes just on affirmations and how I create them so that they're believable. If you don't have that under your belt yet, the believability of affirmations is the key to determining whether or not it gets in, right? So go back and listen to that. However, today I'm going to give you a tool for figuring out further information. So we call this data mining, because this is essentially going into your own subconscious mind and figuring out what matters to your brain so that you can begin to talk to it in a way that is A, believable, and B, relevant. Those are the keys. And so this exercise gets at that. The reason that most people don't feel like affirmations work for them is because they try to jump too far to something that they don't believe in is not relevant. So what to say is, if someone is feeling crappy every single day and can't eat anything, living off supplements, whatever, for them to sit around and affirm, I'm healthy, strong, and I feel amazing every day, is A, not that believable, and two, even if you say I'm strong and healthy, how relevant is that for your brain when you're living a life that doesn't look like that at all? Not very relevant. And that's the whole key. You know that you're BSing yourself, right? Your brain is like, I'm not buying it, and that's why you don't feel different and you don't see the results happening. And that's what people say when affirmations don't work. So that is where most people will be like, I want 10 million in the bank, right? Or clients will say, I want to have good health. But here, with both money and health and most of the surface level that things people want, they're important things, but they're still surface level, which is why we need to go data mining and digging, is that if you have $10 million in the bank, then, and you get stuck on a deserted island, can you use that money? And does that inform your day? No, it doesn't. You're still stuck on an island. So that's why the relevancy of just repeating, I have $10 million in the bank, not that high, because for your brain that turns everything into a personal relevant issue, that A, probably is too big of a jump if you're not believing it, and two, you don't know what you're doing with that. And that is why, and same for health, if you just say, I have good health, but yeah, what for? What's the whole point? Most people don't actually care about being able to prove good health and here are my labs. Yeah, my labs are good, therefore you think I'm worthy. That's not what we want health for. What we want health for is to get excited getting out of bed, to do the thing we want to do, to raise the kids, to have the relationship, to make the money, to have the impact, to learn the thing, right? There's a reason why we want it, and more than likely the affirmation is just too surface level. So this exercise gets at the heart of it. So this is called 7 layers deep. And there's many ways to use this strategy to elicit what's important from your brain. But in this setting, this is where you progressively ask yourself 7 times, Why is that important? Or what is that for? So let's say you want to have an affirmation that says, I have $10 million in the bank. And you're like, not buying it yet. Because really you have 30 grand in the bank and that's all you got. And a business that you're not getting a bunch of clients from. So, right, $10 million. Why would that be important is the first question. So that's the first layer deep. What is that important for? So then the question, you answer it. $10 million, what's it important for? Because then I have fill in the blank financial freedom. Yeah? I'm just making it up. You can have a 10 million different answers for this and they're all right. Then the next one, okay, financial freedom. Why is that important? Well, that makes me feel like I have a purpose and I belong in this world. Okay, why is that important? And you keep going down until you have 7 of these. Again, there is nothing that is possibly right or wrong about any of these answers. The only way you could do it wrong is if you kind of dog it and just do surface level. Yeah, because I want the thing, because I want the money, and because I want the impact and whatever. But if you're actually honest with yourself when you do this, you will have 7 very valid things that support and create relevancy to it. So to have a statement that says, I have $10 million in the bank and I wake up feeling so proud of myself every morning, because I have created this life, or whatever it is that you put for your 7 layers deep, and you start to build that as the add-on to the sentence, now we're up and running, right? Because you can be proud of who you are even when you're trapped on an island. You can feel proud of what you've created even when life isn't lifing the way that we want. We don't mind moving through it, but we need to have a construct of who we are in the moving through it. Then you can get back to your bank account with the $10 million. But if you don't have any of that, there's really no relevancy there. And your brain's going to say, cool, thanks for spending 10 minutes listening to these affirmations or saying them, but now we're going to go right back to believing what we believed before, because you have not changed why I care enough. So this exercise of 7 layers deep is going to be very helpful in a lot of situations. Any situation where you are not acting in a way that you say that you want to act. And of course, affirmations are the pre-setting of that, the pre-living of it. You're stepping into the embodiment. That is the crux, right? And that's what we're dealing with here. So that exercise, use it, know it, love it, teach it, because when we get the information from our brains of why we care, the follow through and the results that you get will be a direct reflection of the clarity that you just got from that. That I stand on, because time and time again, that's what I've seen. The words don't translate until it lights those portions of your brain up, right? That's how the rewiring happens. And if we had a functional MRI, we would actually be able to see it happening in real time. And that's what you're going for. How you will know without a functional MRI is based on how you feel. When you're using and baking these 7 layers deep statements into the affirmations and making them relevant, they will feel different. They will feel juicy. You will smile listening to them and saying them. You will be able to feel like it's available to you. And if your emotional compass is saying no, it's back to the drawing board with those, and you go layers deeper until you find the stuff that matters to you. It's not about what I think or what anybody thinks. Until you get the zing and the smile and the feel goodness of it, you're not done yet. So that's the emotional compass is always going to be the thing that we have to compare to and hold ourselves accountable to that. Because if we say we want results, we have to use the things that we've been gifted as part of that. And our emotional compass is absolutely a blessing that falls under that category, right? So always go to what statements feel better, what layers deep activate those feelings that you want to feel the most. Happy, joyful, calm, peaceful, empowered, powerful, decision maker, leader, visionary, whatever you got. Those are the things that we're going for, those magical, sparkly feelings, because those are the areas of the brain lining up. and those help facilitate the actual wiring process. You will change your brain, and you will know that you're doing it based on how you feel, and thank goodness we have a way to do that. All right, so that's it for today. I want to hear about your 7 layers deep experience. Please, as always, DM us, email us, reach out to us. And then don't forget, we have our Organifi sponsors that are doing a deal right now. So if you go to the show notes, and that's spelled Organifi, O-R-G-A-N-I-F-I, Organifi, and you'll see the link in the show notes with the coupon code. And if you missed the episode recently with May, who's the CEO of Organifi, go back and listen to it. Because if you run a business and you want to live an aligned life, listen to it. Because she's someone who's actively doing it. And she was so courageous and vulnerable during our discussion, which I just respect so much, because she is someone that's doing it and is willing to share what it's actually like, and to give the rest of us a glimpse into this whole world of what does it look like to execute on this. And it is fascinating, and I am just so grateful for her that she was able to come on and she was willing to go that deep with me and to have all these amazing discussions about things that really, really matter and that translate to massive business success. So check that out. Let us know, reach out to us, reach out to May if you get a lot out of that episode, and just let us know, and we will keep that information coming. All right, sending you lots and lots of love. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for coming out to hang with us on the podcast. It is our goal to transform the way women are treated in healthcare. And we need your help. We need your help to get the word out. We have a lofty goal of 1 million downloads. And we know that as this podcast grows, we're going to be able to reach more women, get more amazing speakers for you, and bring the most cutting-edge information.
If you found these podclasses helpful, please take a moment to text 5 women you know the link to the series. We appreciate your help so much. Can't wait to see you next time.